Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. So, I was trying to get me some African Nightcrawlers, and I have an Amazon account, and it either gives me 5% back or gives me pretty much 12 months to pay off without interest. So, I figured I would get me some worms from Amazon, which was the African Nightcrawlers. And unfortunately, by the time they got here, they were DOA. I think they were lost in the mail for a little bit. But by the time they got here, I mean, it was a bloody mess in the box. So I reached out to the seller, and they turned out to be pretty cool people. It's a couple. They have a pretty nice sized worm farm. They deal with African night crawlers. So you know, when we was trying to figure out how to rectify the situation, it came to me that, hey, why don't you just, well, they were mentioning, sending me like some worms and some cocoons, just in case or whatnot. I thought it was a great idea, but then I thought about it, I was like, why not just sell them all cocoons? So I said, all right, just send me all cocoons, and they agreed to it. So this is the box that arrived. It's a company that goes by Worm Poupon, which I think is actually a really creative name. So let me see if I can safely get into this thing. I hurt my finger recently, so I shouldn't even be using a knife without some gloves on. I'll learn eventually. Alright. So they come in a little green package. Seem like got some bedding inside here. Alright. And this tote, I already drilled the holes and everything. I didn't do the stainless steel mesh yet. Okay, pretty dry material. So since this is the bin that they're gonna be in, we'll go ahead and just dump that out. Yeah, it's funny how bad things can happen, and good things can come out of it, because like I said, they're really, really cool people. We had great conversations. They have a nice garden. I think they have like 19 large bins with like 9,000 worms in each. So it's a pretty substantial size worm farm. Alrighty. So that's how that pretty much comes. I'm gonna put on some gloves here. Yeah, I'll be recycling my gloves. I learned that from Jane. I mean, you're dealing with worms, so no need to have to worry about, having new gloves every time. Okay, so we don't have any hatching just yet. So I'm gonna moisten this material down. I know with African night crawlers, it's not that easy to see the cocoons. Do I have some hashing in? Okay, seems like I might have some whispering here. So yeah, I'm just gonna spread this out. Yeah, African nightcrawler cocoons are the hardest to see. I'm really trying to see if I could pick one out. But easier said than done. Yeah, I checked their website too, and they didn't have cocoons up there, so I asked them, but they should have them up there soon, if anything. Is that a wisp? Yep, that's definitely a wisp. So yeah, we do have some hatching happening. So yeah, they're up in here. Oh yeah, we have another one there. Oh yeah, we definitely have movement in here, y'all. Yep, we definitely have movement in here. Oh yeah. So yep, I need to definitely wet them down. Look, we have a little visitor right there. Let me get my pump sprayer. Pump this up. Get a nice little mist going on. Get out of there. So we're gonna wet this down real good. So the thing about African nightcrawlers, once they start to hatch, you know, you look in here, you don't really see nothing, and before you know it, bam, a whole bunch of worms. I'm even gonna sprinkle a little bit of worm chow in here, since I already see some activity. Now they're gonna have some food and some moisture. Not gonna put a whole lot. Just have enough in here because now that they already start to hatch, I know it's not gonna be much longer before they really start popping out. Oh yeah, it's still, you know, this material. Oh, it seems like they use rice hulls too. It's not a material that gets wet easily here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go through. Yeah, this material is really dry. So I'm gonna go through and really soak this down. So this is really gonna indicate to them to start hatching even more. Yeah, so only the top was actually getting wet. So I'm really trying to soak through this material. So this is definitely going to be a bin that I do future updates on. Oops. I would start running out of water. Alright. I should have definitely checked my sprayer before I started recording. I was still trying to see if I could find at least one cocoon, but African nightcrawler cocoons are really, really hard to see. But we got a decent level of moisture in here. I'm definitely gonna refill my water. Matter of fact, I'm gonna refill my water and be right back. Okay, so now I have water. I was just seeing some wisp on my hands, so let me go ahead and rinse those off. And while the camera was on pause, I did find a cocoon for y'all to see. Let me see if this could focus in. See, they are really dark. So when I say it's hard, it is really hard to pick them out. That thing is super dark. But yeah, that is an African Nightcrawler cocoon. Drop that back in there. So I think the whole thing has enough moisture now, but I'll definitely add a little bit more. Cocoons love a moist environment. And I think I'll add a little bit more. Just a little bit more. Just to make sure as soon as they come out, they immediately have something to eat and get them growing even faster. Just lightly missed that. And the next thing I'm gonna do is add some of my premium bed in here. Just put a little bit of that right on top. Give them a little something additional to start on right away. Don't need a whole lot, just giving them a light layer. And I'm gonna add a little bit more worm chow on top of this. And wet them down real nicely. I did incorporate some pine shavings in this, and I think I'm gonna use pine shavings a lot more now. The pine shavings really add a lot of air pockets and keep the bedding from clumping up too much. So I think I'm a fan of pine shavings now. Wet that down real nice. Yeah, I'm gonna have very high moisture level in this bin just to make sure they don't have to hesitate to start hatching. And I'm gonna get them some plastic, keep that moisture in. Go ahead and put that on there for them. I already have a piece that I cut in half. And put that on there. And that should have them nice and cozy, y'all. They should be good. I'll get them a lid. Go on ahead and lock them up. And that's pretty much it. So In a few days, or maybe a week, I'll come back and do a check-in. Let y'all see how they coming along. So until next time, bye bye.